Greetings and salutations. Here with tarot on a Tuesday. Yet again, feeling heavy, seeking clarity for myself, while sharing that with the collective, trusting that there's so many of us that are moving through it right now, right? I think it would be hard pressed to find anyone that is just not affected by anything right now in this moment, right? Because there's so much that we're moving through collectively, and the things that are happening in the world and how that is impacting us. And it's impacting all of us. It's impacting us whether we are conscious of it or not, right? We as a collective are navigating through some massive shifts right now, and it's impacting us on so many different levels. I think the most obvious is with what we're seeing, what we're witnessing, what we are observing with our own eyes, having to be on this side where we are watching almost hopelessly, as people are being massacred, we are watching almost hopelessly as people are being taken away and kidnapped, and there's just so much that's happening, so much that's being revealed and unearthed, and it's like just being constantly bombarded with all these different things that are taking place, looking at the state of this country, the United States, and all the scary shifts that are taking place right now, and trying to grapple with all of it, trying to find your footing within all of it, trying to navigate through our own personal problems amidst all of that, and it's sometimes, it can just leave you in this feeling of being stuck, this feeling of just not knowing how to take that first step forward, but knowing that taking that step forward is what's needed, so perhaps you're in that boat, perhaps you're on a similar boat, whatever boat it is you are on, whatever it is that you are navigating through, knowing that you're not alone in that, and hoping that in this moment can just set that collective intention to call in a message of peace, of clarity, of love, of direction, of purpose, whatever it is that's needed in this moment that can help to guide us forward, right? For me, I feel like I've been kind of just in this perpetual state of freeze, kind of just needing that little nudge forward, or maybe not a little nudge, maybe just like a big kick, that big kick in the butt, just go, but it's just it's been a lot, and but yes, let's just move to the cards and see what message comes through in this moment. Just setting the intention to call in a message of peace, of love, of clarity, of purpose. What is the wisdom that's needed in this moment? Just setting the intention to be open to that, setting intention to be open to the guidance that needs to come through right now. Trusting that whatever comes through is what's meant for us in this moment. So yes. Got a little bit of a drizzle going on. I've tried to start recording this video about 10 times already. With one location change. I was under a pavilion before because of the rain, but then I don't know if it can still be heard further in the distance, but there's the lawnmower going, and my brain was just not able to function within that, you know. Wasn't able to navigate through the noise, which essentially is what we are being asked to do in this moment, to find a way to navigate through all the noise, because there is so much noise that's happening right now. So much noise that can be or feel dysregulating. It can be very upsetting to the nervous system. So it's so important that we're finding different tools and strategies to help to keep us centered and able to be at peace within the noise, within the chaos, right? Because it's from that centered place, it's from that place of peace that we're able to find that clarity and more clearly see that direction forward, right? So yeah, I know for me, I feel like I've definitely moved too far away from a more consistent practice of meditation. I was going to say medication, although, you know, meditation is medicine, you know, that is a form of medicine, and I have not been very intentional about it. You know, before, I think I was doing more with my sound bowls, with you know, my practice just on my own, and I definitely have been kind of slacking, and I can feel it, you know. I can definitely feel that. So I know for me, definitely setting an intention to be more intentional about that, about bringing in those routines that have been helpful for me before. You know, I've been slipping into this state of just depression, you know, and just this perpetual kind of underlying feeling of gloom. You know, even though I've been able to, you know, engage with family, you know, in my partnership, and, you know, have moments of joy, definitely. You know, there's still joy present. There's still things that I am grateful for. It's just, there's just this constant underlying feeling of just heaviness, you know, and I think it's understandable, you know, not just with the things that I'm moving through in my personal life, but just looking at the things that are happening in the world, right? And understanding that all of that is affecting us on a deep level. Individually, collectively, we are all feeling it, you know. So it's understandable, and definitely trying to give myself grace within it, but just acknowledging that, you know, it's felt, you know. So yeah. But yes, just taking a moment to breathe, a deep inhale, just breathing into the heart space and just holding that there for a moment, and then exhaling fully, relaxing into this moment, feeling into the energy of this moment, and setting the intention to be open to receive. see if we can get a card pulled before the rain decides to come down even more. All right, we have the 5 of Pentacles. I think actually it's 2 cards that came out. Maybe let's see if there's one more. What is it that we need to hear in this moment? When the glory of the Lord is coming down, hallelujah. Oh wow, 3 cards. All right, so I'm not gonna read all of them. Okay, so 5 cards in total. All right, so we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, 2 of Wands, got the Empress, and oh wow, no, this is 2 cards. Okay, so we've got a lot of cards. 8 of Wands, and then ooh, the Tower. Yeah, the Tower. All right, so I guess for me, given the crunch for time, I don't know how, this rain is gonna hold up. Let's see. Well, the one that definitely sticks out to me first, and that's probably just, what my brain is kind of focusing towards, because, it kind of speaks to, myself, and, we have these tower moments where things are kind of breaking down, and just kind of looking at where we are as a collective and recognizing, all the different tower moments that are happening collectively, and all the different tower moments that are happening within our own personal lives. We navigate through all these death and birth cycles constantly, right, throughout life. So many different aspects of ourselves that are breaking down, and sometimes it can feel as if it's a negative thing, as if it's something that's bad, as if it's something that we need to avoid or push away. But it's really allowing ourselves to surrender to that breakdown, right? To surrender to that kind of cracking open, so that we can release, let go of, and make way for new, clear space for what needs to be created, right? We look at this Empress card, and the idea of creation, of rebirth, of bringing in new, and everything that we're seeing right now, I think, is indicative of this, right? Death and rebirth, falling apart to grow something different, right? I don't want to say regrow, because we're not trying to plant the same seeds that have been planted, right? We are digging up and, releasing and purging all the things that haven't been working, right? All the things that have been disruptive, and we're allowing ourselves to clear space to plant something new, right? To build towards a different future. And 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords, in both of these, just kind of feeling into the energy of what a lot of us are feeling right now, kind of defeated, broken down, this sense of hopelessness, right? But then when we look at this card, there's this sense of hopelessness and just this feeling of being stuck, and how can I make it through? This door is locked. not realizing that there's a key right there, right? We have the key. We have everything that we need in order to move forward. We just have to allow ourselves to see it. We have to allow ourselves to recognize it. We have to allow ourselves to take that step forward. That's something that in one of the previous times I was trying to record this video, I was saying is, it's so hard to take that first step. There's that feeling of being stuck, but that's the key. That the key is just taking that first step, is doing that first move. It's doing something, not doing nothing, because I feel like that's kind of where I've been, in this state of, and not really even not doing nothing, because I haven't been doing nothing. I have been taking steps. I have been doing things. I think just on some level, it just, it never feels like enough, right? But it's recognizing that we are enough, right? Everything that we have, everything that we need, we have it, right? There isn't like this, magical thing that we should be waiting for to happen, or to come into our consciousness, or into our environment, that's gonna just magically help us to take that step forward. It's recognizing that we already have what we need. Everything, all the resources, they're within us, right? There are people around us that are here to support. There are people that we can go to for assistance, for help. We can ask, right? We can call that in. It's not something that we have to do alone. So allowing ourselves to feel the feels, feel the things that are coming through, feel the emotions that might be weighing heavy, but don't allow them to stop you, right? Don't allow them to prevent you from moving forward, recognizing that, this feeling is just right now, right? It's temporary, right? And a lot of it is us being planted, that saying, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but essentially is, sometimes we feel like we've been buried, and that there's no way out. But really, it's not that we've been buried, right? We've just been planted, right? And there are different aspects and different things that are taking place to help us to grow, right? All of these different lessons are nourishment. Those are watering. That's all the things that are coming in to help us to grow and evolve, so that we can take those steps that we need to take. And it's trusting that we are capable of taking those steps, right? Trusting that there is purpose to all of it, because sometimes it's easy to look out and be like, there can be no purpose within any of this. This is, it's a lot. But trusting. My cards are getting wet. And then we have the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Wands, and this one just kind of reminds me of magic, right? Just trusting in that magic that you have within yourself, recognizing all the light and the power that is within you, and knowing that, again, all the magic that you need, it's there. You have it, right? No one else can bring that to you. So allowing yourself to express that and to be that and to put that out there. And then also, you have those wands coming in from other direction. For me, I think it looks kind of like, coming together, bringing our magic together. Yes, you have magic within you. I have magic within me. We all have magic within ourselves, right? And when we bring that magic together, what we're able to create, the world that we're able to create, is going to be even that much more beautiful. There's so much that we're trying to do on our own, but it's recognizing that it's in coming together that we're able to create the most beauty. And then we have this 2 of Wands. This kind of has that feeling of longing, and then that globe is in there as well, and I think everything for me is kind of coming back to, this kind of longing for, I don't know, an ability to affect change, because we all have that capability. We are all part of that larger puzzle of change that we're needing in the world right now. And it's recognizing that, as hopeless as it might feel sometimes, right? As much as it might feel that, you know, our little, you know, contribution can't be enough, it can't really do anything, it's trusting that it is enough, right? There's so much that we're able to do. You know, we are enough. We are what's needed. We are what this world is wanting, right? Yeah, it's the people. It's the people recognizing that we have the power to affect change and allowing ourselves to, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put these cards away. But yeah, with that, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll take pictures of the message, and then at the end of this video I'll just stitch it in, like attach it in, and you can read what they say, and perhaps something will resonate a bit more deeply for you. But yeah, with that, I believe in this moment I am complete. Sending much love.